Thanks for tuning in to Proline TV. A little bit of horse racing coverage before the premiere of our horse racing report for members only. And we're going to try to be here every week just before our Thursday night broadcast. And we're going to be aiming for 7 o'clock Eastern every Thursday night. So keep that in mind. We were supposed to be on actually at 3 o'clock for our preview, but StreamYard had a global issue, and so everybody was down for the past 90 minutes. So we're back. We're not going to be here long. A few things that we're going to cover, though, here each week. We're going to show you how to join. We're always going to do that. Really quick process. Let you know what the races are going to be like. And also see if there's a race that we can give you. A little bit of a bonus race like I used to do. So makes it worth your while to check us out here for free on YouTube. Now, if you want to check us out later on tonight and for the foreseeable future, keeping in mind that there are going to be races during the course of the season that we are going to have here, not live, but we are going to have here on YouTube. So when that will be, you never know. But this will give us an opportunity to basically still get involved with our especially new viewers who might have never seen our shows before, and they can see a show, check it out, and determine for themselves whether or not they want to become a member. Again, when that happens, that's just something that we're going to play it by ear. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you once again, if you've never done it before or you don't know how to do it, this is how you join. So there you go. This is the Thursday night preview. This is what's actually coming up right now. But later on, as we take a look at the pro line, let's see, let's go live, just showing you how because I'm coming in from a completely different membership on YouTube. So this is just like if I'm a guest myself. I'm seeing what you're seeing. Okay, so here you go. You've got the show that'll be here every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Sometimes that might change. Something comes up. We got to change the schedule that week for whatever reason. We'll let you know, and just keep that in mind. We've got the message boards also for every member, so we'll be able to communicate through the message boards, chat boards, whatever you want to call it. And anytime that happens, we'll let you know. We'll let you know why. Also, keep in mind that there are possibilities that the odds don't come in on time for whatever reason. Now, I don't think that's going to happen very often. But let's just say the odds don't come in on time and we're getting to 3, 4, 5 o'clock on a Thursday. We might just say, you know what, just in case, let's postpone it till Friday. You'll see it right there because it'll be noted. You get a notification that says you'll see the change from Thursday till Friday, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night. Okay, so this is all you have to do. Let's see. I want to go in here and make sure I'm not going to get any feedback by coming in. Okay. All right. So here it is. There's me. Hey. Hello. All right. So all you got to do is hit this button. It's real simple. Now, if you've never subscribed before, we would hope you would do that as well. But all you got to do is hit the join button right there. And what pops up are the 2 membership packages. The WinBet and the Exacta box. Okay. So the WinBet, you can see what you get here. The main thing, you've got the videos and the shorts. Actually, I'm not sure why that didn't update. I'll have to check that out because I did change those. I'll have to see if why that didn't update. The Exacta box gives you the live streams, the live chats, the polls. That gives you an opportunity to decide if there's a specific race out of 3 or 4 races each week that we present to you, sort of like what we did today. And we'll let you know which one of those races that our current members decided to go with. All right, so there you go. It's very simple. And then all you got to do is hit this, join. And just like anything else that you order online, credit card and all that kind of stuff. And this is just monthly. So you don't like it after the first month. All you have to do is cancel, done, end of story. You never have to see us again. It's that simple. So very easy process. Now, just notice this again from the guest perspective and I'm wondering why this didn't update. The reason I'm saying that is because we did update it. So now we're going to be in a situation where where we are going to have all of our shows live. Okay, so even the $2 WinBet members are going to get live opportunities. They're going to also be able to chat, all that stuff. So the only difference, the main differences, there's two between the $2 member and the $4 member is going to be 2 additional shows and the opportunity to decide which, at least one race, you're in the poll, you have an influence on which race of the 2 each week that we are going to talk about. Those are the 2 biggest differences. The other thing I think it's important to note is that, because we did receive a lot of messages about, we got to pay for this online and that online. We always got to pay. And, we don't think it's right. Just keep this, because this is also real important. A couple of things. One is the fact that you can look at it, especially when you're only talking about a $2 a month deal or a $4 a month deal, as this is your opportunity to give back to the channel, basically. Even if, let's just say you have that feeling, I have my morals or my, I'm just sick and tired of people always charging for this, that, and the other thing. And hey, you don't think we're all like that? I mean, how many times? I mean, I have like 3 or 4 different streaming platforms, Prime Video. I've got the YouTube. I've got Paramount. I mean, it's crazy. We all know that. But the deal with this is also just simple. Get that out of your head. It's just, hey, do you like what we do? Are you happy we're doing this? And this is just your opportunity to say, hey, I'm going to give back. I'm going to give you a couple bucks a month. That's it. That's how, if you want to look at it that way, look at it that way, because I think that is just as good as a cause as anything. Keeping in mind that we are not, just speaking for me personally, okay, I don't go somewhere for 5 or 6 days a week and doing a job, and then I come here part-time and I do these shows once or twice a week and it's fun and that's it. No, this is what I do 7 days a week. So in order for me to get reimbursed some way, and I do, but there's other ways I do because I have partners and there's a lot of stuff that I do. And so I do get compensated. But in order for all of us here on the channel, in order for us to be able to do it, and it becomes the channel we want it to become, we wanted to take several steps down the road where we're bringing in editors, like a full-time editor to start with, so he can make the shows look like it's something you've seen on network television. Well, that's something we're going to do, but we can't do that yet until we start earning some more money on the channel. And even in the beginning, it's about, hey, just paying the bills as far as I'm concerned. So this is it. This is how I make money on the channel. I don't have any other job. And I know there's a lot of people like that on YouTube. There are also a lot of people on YouTube that do have jobs and do this part-time, but everybody's different. And I think it's important to know that there are differences, but keep that in mind, is that there are some people like us that in order for us to survive on the channel and to keep giving back on the channel, to keep putting great information on the channel, and we've done an awesome job. John has been fantastic with his winning picks, and you know that. And I don't have to tell you that. But in order for us to keep doing that, there has to be some compensation from some source other than just, say, YouTube. And that's why, hey, you guys can donate $2 a month just to help us out in order for us to keep growing as a channel. Then that's what it's all about here. That's what YouTube's about primarily. This is what it's about. So anyway, look at it that way. Look at it whichever way you need to. And I know there's still a lot of people out there that are not going to, they've got their foot in their sand. They're not going to do it. I'm not going to talk anybody into it. That's okay. And I'm not going to preach here every week too. This is the only time I'm going to preach. Okay. That's it. Next week and a week after, I'm just going to continue to show you how to join. That's all. No more preaching. Just figured, I know we had a lot of messages from last week because we made the switch. So I'm just basically trying to, counter those messages with, this is our point of view. You have your point of view. Now let's go ahead and move on. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and give a race away this week. So let's go ahead with the only race that you guys were the only race that was available outside of Monmouth Park was at Santa Anita. So I'm going to pop that up on the screen right here. And let's see, where do we have it? There it is. Okay, so it is the Daytona Stakes. So this was not picked out by our members. And so I looked at this race, and this is an okay race. The morning line favorite is Notorious, a 6-5 shot. But Notorious is one of those favorites, those heavy favorites that, you can find a couple of warts. So let's try to beat Notorious. And the warts I'm talking about is and I'm not sure if you have the sheets, and maybe you don't right now, but you can always purchase the sheets. You've got 3 days before the race starts. You can purchase the whole card, the whole day, the race. Check out the magazine sheets. We have, I think we have links in the description for that. And you also, of course, have links for the packages in case you just want to see what John is doing in this race and all the other races that we do not talk about on our show. Okay, so in this race, Notorious, if you take a look at his numbers, every time he hits a single digit, and he hits single digits pretty often, and that's why he's the favorite, he bounces at least 2 points every time. So, for instance, he had a 7, bounce to a 10, a 7, bounce to a 10, 7, bounce to a 9, 14, excuse me, no, not 14, 5, bounce to a 7, and then 9. Okay, so this is the next line in the trend if it continues, meaning if this trend continues, and he's done it now 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive times. So if he does it a 5th time, he'll run an 11 on Saturday. Okay, so there's your wart. Keeping in mind, he's a closer who has not raced since December. Okay, so this is almost half a year that he hasn't raced yet. He's also 7 years old, so the time off probably doing well. By the way, I think, what do we have? 8 in this race, 6 of them are 7 years old or older. Okay, we do have a 4 and a 5-year-old. Well, the rest are old timers. Okay, so that's one we're going to try to beat. So in order for us to beat that horse, there are 3 other horses that we like, and we're going to go with the 6, Love Stick Blues. Really like the fact that this horse is 10-1. He changed trainers to start the year. Librato Barocchio is having an excellent meet at Santa Anita. And so he takes over. And he takes over the trainer, Stephen Maiotti, who was he's doing okay. Nothing great. Nothing awful, just okay. But obviously, Librato has been much better. And sure enough, we've seen results. Not the first race. Yes, it was a grade 3, and he ran 2nd. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. And he was 27-1 in that race. And who did he finish 2nd to? Right behind Air Force Red, the number 1, who's at 8-1. The next race, he runs a 6. Pretty nice. Second race runs a 6. Finishes 3rd in that race. Comes back. You knew he was going to bounce from the 6. He does bounce to an 8, wins the race, and beats the 1 horse, Air Force Red, and the 2 horse, Brand. Both of those horses are shorter prices. So I like the fact that the horse is 10-1. If he was 5-1 or 6-1, I wouldn't like him as much, of course. But that's why I'm jumping on top of him. The trainer's hot. The horse has gone really nice back-to-back with this trainer here. And so I say, why not? And I am going to stick with one of those 2 horses that he did beat recently, or did beat him, and that was Air Force Red. Air Force Red is 8-1. And what I like about Air Force Red is he's coming off the first ever back-to-back single-digit sheet numbers of his career. He had a 9 in March, an 8 last time out. He also had a 9 in February. So he's got 3 single digits and 4, even though he's 7. This has pretty much been the best run he's had in his career. So better late than never. And you're getting 8-1. And then the other horse I'm going to throw in here is Notorious. Because even though Notorious could bounce, those 2 points, that still could put him in a position to get some money here. And he's just the best horse. I mean, you look at it, Notorious has got a grade 2 win. He's got 3 grade 3 wins, and he is the favorite for a reason. All right, because he's the best horse in the field. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over 6 over 7-1, and there you go. That is going to do it for commentary on this race here at Santa Anita. And Kenneth, I absolutely appreciate your comment, because I know that there are a lot of viewers out there who don't think like you, but there are a lot of viewers out there that do. So and it's always important to get this kind of feedback, because we're always going to get the negative feedback, but that's why the positive feedback is so important. Because if you don't get enough positive feedback when you get the negative feedback, then you start thinking it to yourself, something's going wrong. But when you get enough of the positive stuff, that's what keeps you keeps you driven, and realizing that you know what you're doing, they know what you're doing, they respect you. You're going to have people who are always going to say something negative and just try to be the Debbie Downers of the world. So appreciate that, Kenneth. Okay, so there you go. That's what we're going to do for Santa Anita, and I'm going to try to do this every week. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not going to no more preaching. That's done. I definitely, even when we get to negative comments, I'm always going to comment back. So we'll have our little back and forth, and I'm going to keep it there from now on, just so you know. Of course, we're still going to talk about on our show every Thursday night for members only. We're still going to go over the message boards. So we're going to talk about anything that happens on the message boards. Because this is definitely going to be out there for everybody for free every week, this report. And I'm probably going to cut it down to about 15 minutes each week. Right now, we're about 17 minutes. Might even be able to do it a little bit less than that, because I think I talked a little bit too much about the whole deal. So I think about 5 minutes should be cut off. And this is what we'll do each week. And then let me know if you've got anything else that you would like us, like me, to talk about, because I'm also going to try to see if I can bring in like maybe a guest handicapper every once in a while, maybe get their picks of the week. So we'll at least still provide some sort of free content here for you, and remind you what's coming up later on that night. So what we're going to do later tonight is go over races 8 and 10 at Monmouth Park. So the race that our members chose percentage-wise was the 8th race, the Pegasus Stakes. Okay, so that's the race that they chose. And the race that we went with is the Salvatore Mile. So that's race number 10. So race number 8 and race number 10 at Monmouth Park, that is what's on store for our members. Again, you can sign up anytime. Signing up never means you're going to have to worry about any sort of spam or anything related to YouTube surcharges, anything. You're not going to get inundated with anything. It's very simple. Everybody's doing this. So if you're just not used to doing things like this, you know, the whole tech deal, trust me, because I'm here. And if anything, if I'm not, if I'm not being accurate in what I'm saying about, hey, you join, you want to cancel after a month, be done with it. You never have to worry about anything else ever again. Trust me, if I'm off on that, just let me know. Say, hey, something's off here. Something's going on here. You told me everything was going to be cool, because nothing's going to happen. Everything's going to be okay. We appreciate you either way. And if you can't, for whatever reason, become a member, hit the subscribe button. That helps us out tremendously as well. Subscribing, liking, sharing, and even just starting a conversation in the message board. All of that stuff is great. So that's going to wrap it up here for our first Thursday night preview. And coming up at 7 o'clock Eastern, as long as nothing happens globally again to StreamYard, we're going to be going over races 8 and 9 at Monmouth Park with John Hardoon. And so thanks for tuning in, and we'll see some of you guys later. A lot of you guys were not, because I think we had over 2,000 views last week on our Belmont Stakes show, which was a great show because we picked the winners. John hit both races. So we left in style, even though we're not really going anywhere. Like I said, we're still going to be doing shows here every week, and look out because every once in a while we'll post one of our videos on one of our races whenever you least expect it. So look out for that. And hopefully we'll see everybody, or as many of you guys over on our membership platform here on YouTube when we handicap 2 races from Monmouth Park tonight right here on Proline TV.